Welcome back. If you're here for the playthrough at home, I will say I played a game just to kind of make sure I knew what I was doing with the solo rules and stuff, and the pins it came with, it did not even last through one game. I'm sure there's a way to like refresh them, but I mean, it is what it is. But I've got plenty of dry erase, and this one worked well. If you look here, this tile has a village in the middle with a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And these tiles are two-sided. So this is standard and this is advanced. Standard and advanced, standard and advanced. And I'm just going to do standard. Okay? So if you're playing along at home, you have this game, you'll need to do those this way. And if you are, of course, just doing a photo of the board, then it won't matter. Then everyone, if you notice there's 4 of these, everyone's going to have the same tile. It's going to be oriented the same way. So if I re-roll a number, or if I roll a duplicate number, I'll just keep rolling the 8-sided until I get a new number. Then I have a 4-sided. So right side up will be 1. I'll just turn it clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So we have a 6 and a 2. So 1, 2. I'll show you the board here in a moment when we're done. So it's a 5 and a 2. So turn that once. Now we have a 5 and a 3. I'll leave the 3 and I'll roll this. We get a 2. So we go 2 and we're going to go 1, 2. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3. This will be upside down. There we go. And one more tile. The 4. And we get a 2. So that's 1, 2. There we go. Alright, these are the extras. Of course, we won't need those. Don't need the first player marker token. We'll need these, and you probably want to keep the book handy just to kind of learn what a couple of these icons mean and when you can use them. So let me clear this off and zoom in, and we will play. I'll show you this board. We'll get a photo of that in case you're just going to screenshot it at home. I'm going to try to reach around this camera without messing up stuff too bad, because everything fits pretty well, but with this cloth it doesn't fit nice and smooth. And now these, when I played last time, what I would do is I would take about half of them and then shuffle and then cut it again in half and switch some of them. But this time I think I'm going to leave them upright. Now you need to decide before we start playing if you are going to use the same terrain as me, or if you're going to use the other one. And that's the biggest thing you need to decide right now as your main tile. So for instance, let me grab one from the middle. In a normal game, the current first player would choose which one of these they want, the sea or the swamp. Then they turn it toward them and say, I'm taking this. So if anyone else at the table wanted to use this, they only get 2 X's, and the current player would get 3. So all the other players would be getting the other terrain pointing toward them and would get 3. So if you're doing the same as me, it'll be whatever's down. If you're doing opposite of me, it's whatever's up will be your main terrain. And instead of me flipping the tiles and stuff like that, I'm just going to do odds and evens. Okay, odd will be just a sideways flip, and even will be a rotation and flip. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Now, one last thing to do before we start. This one is real easy to tell if you go to the corners here. This is by far the closest village, so this is where we will be starting. So I will just X out that 5 village there. That is where we are starting. Then you get to mark 3 terrain. It has to be, so I can do 3 desert or 3 water or 3. It's not bad. So I think I'm going to do 3 swamp. 1, 2, and let's go 3. And that will go ahead and get me 1 gem. Has to be, you do not have to do mountains or swamps on this one. You can do whatever you want. So you pick your terrain and do 3, but it has to be 1 terrain type, and all the X's have to be touching. Later, I could go this way and this way on this at the same time on the turn, but your X's must be touching. And I do understand it's a little hard to see. It's not showing up great, but it is showing up much better than what these were doing. So, all right, now we're ready. So I'm just going to roll the die, and it was a 4, so it's even. So I'm going to twist, and I got desert. So now you should have already chosen, are you going to do the same as me or the opposite of me? So I'm doing desert, which means if I cross out on desert, I can do up to 3 spaces. But if I choose swamp, I can only do 2. Now, here's a horse, for instance. I could go 1, 2. As soon as you cross out the horse, you can go and cross out 1 tile anywhere else on the map. Now, let's look real quick. No need next to an already existing X. And if it contains an object, you apply its effect. Then you continue your turn. So if I had 3, for instance, and the first one did the horse, I would stop. I would pause my turn, put down a free X, and then continue with 2 more. And it does not have to be in the same terrain type. But although that is nice, I think I'm going to go desert. This is not that great of a turn, but 1, 2, 3. That gets me next to an apple. That gets me toward a diamond, toward a fish, toward a carrot. Everything in here is points. Everything. Plus, I put an X beside this village. So at the end of the game, since there are 2 X's, since I've explored both of the terrains beside it, there's 2 X's beside it. We do not worry about the diagonals, because you can only mark adjacent. Okay? Orthogonal, not diagonal. So, 1, 2, that village is now worth 5 points at the end of the game. Roll my die. I got a 4 again, so we're going to do that. And I have swamp. Alright, so I think I want to go 1, 2. Now I immediately stop. I have 1 more I can do, and I can go anywhere. Why don't we go here in the water? Yeah, let's go here in the water in case I get another desert. So that was 1 more left. I guess go this way. Alright. Wow, that die does not want to roll. Maybe I should use my 8-sided. So water. So if I do water, I get 3 X's. If I do plains, I get 2. So let's see. I can do 1, 2. Ooh, I tell you what, I'm going to erase that. I can go straight up from here and just go 1, 2, and that will save me 1 X. So now where do I want this other X? Why not go here? Yeah, let's go right there. Nope. Sorry. I keep changing my mind. I'm going to go right next to that village and get some more points. So that will now be worth 7 points. All right, let's get the 8-sided. There's a 7. So that is odd. So we will just keep it like that. Desert. Okay. Well, let's go 1 and get the carrot. Let's mark it out. Then I'll go 2, 3 and get another gem. Works for me. 5. Water. Don't really see. I mean, I could get a horse. It's not great. So maybe I'll do the water. And let's go down this way. Down this little waterway. And expand that. Odd. Desert. Okay. I don't need another carrot this turn. Ouch. Let me see. I think I definitely want to do this. Where else do I want to go? Maybe... Because if you notice here, here's the English. One for each round. There are 4 columns, 1 for each round. You may only place an X on a space containing a provision if the corresponding provision type is still available. Has not been marked out. Let's score in tile column for the current round. Since there are no more apples available in the current column, Olivia, can no longer place X's on spaces on the map that have apples before the next round. So once you get one of these marked off, you cannot go onto that space again in the same round. So that is that. 5 again. Okay. So I have plains and swamp. I can do 3 and 0, 2 and 1, 1 and 2, 0 and 3. My choice. As long as the X's touch adjacently to some of my pre-existing X's. So, for instance, I could go 1 plain, 1, 2. Don't know that that's going to be super beneficial. Let's see. So I'm going to go plains and swamp. And I think what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is go 1 plains right here with this horse. And now I can go 1 adjacent space. So, let's see, that key's far away. That one's close. I'm close to that temple. I only have 1 of those left. I'm also close to that horse. So let's use our free wild to go there. So we have a key. Let's circle the key. We found a key. Now I have 2 more plains or swamps left. So let's go 1, 2. We got another horse. I'm going to use it to come right up here and go to this temple. So now that I'm on this temple and I have a key, at any time I could go to the temple first if I wanted. I could discover the temple first. That's fine. Any key will work with any temple as far as I understand. I have a key. I mark it out. Use it to open up this temple. I did that in the first round of the game. I get 12 points. Now, if you did that the same time as I did, you would get 12 points. Now, this is where it's going to be hard to compare our scores and such like that, because maybe you did this last turn. I should only get 10 points. You should get 12. But if you did it this turn, you get 12 as well at home. But if you do it on a later turn, you will only get 10. And that is that. So last tile of the round. So swamp and rivers. I could get, that would be a point, that would be 1 point. Get down this river toward that key. There's nothing here for me except for a point with that village. So that would be 1 point. That would take all three to get 1 point. So maybe I just do this. Let's go 1. And then let's go... Let's put 1 here. Yeah, let's put 1 here on this swamp. And then let's put 1 here on this swamp. So we're moving out toward the apple and toward the temple. And that is it. That's it. The end of the first round. Now, the huts will only score at the very end of the game in this game mode. But this and this will score each round. That's why there's 4 columns. So, after the first round, I have acquired only 2 points here. And 1, 2, 3 here. So, your scores may, of course, vary. But now we shuffle this up and start a new round. Oops, I got one of those flipped around. Oh yeah, several of them. What am I thinking? Maybe I should have left them. Maybe I will for the rest of the game. There. Again, odd, it stays upright. I'll just flip it, and even I will twist and flip. Don't know if you can see that yet, but it's just off camera, so we're going to twist and flip. There we go. All right. Well, I think... Oh, and another thing. The first round of the game is over, so I can no longer get max points for these temples. So let's just mark those out. That's the solo mode rules. It would play differently, say with 3 or 4 players, but we're playing this remotely, solo at the same time. So if you have not gotten one of those temples, just mark out the max point for the temple. Okay, I'm sorry. Water and desert. So I think we'll definitely go ahead and do this for 1. And then I need to get moving on some water, so let's go 2, 3. I don't know if that was the best choice. Tell you what, nope. Let's just stay on the desert and go 2, 3. Like that. There we go. That's another 6. So twist and flip. Desert. Well, that helps. So we can go 1. And maybe we should just go ahead and go 2, 3. That'll get us closer to that village also. 8. Twist and flip. Plains. 1, 2, 3. Can't quite get to the scroll. I could get it to another gem. I don't know if that's worth it. But let's go ahead and start here, I guess, for 1. We'll move from that desert to that plains and get an apple. Then, tell you what, let's go right up here. That'll take us from 7 points to 10 points. So that was worth 3 points at the end of the game. And then let's put the last one, I don't know, right here. Just to move into this area for have more options. 1. Plains and desert. Okay. So I don't need that carrot right now. I think I'm going to do this. 1, 2, and where will the last one go? Let's head toward that village, I guess. 5. Now, I did forget to mention the scroll. If, for instance, you don't like swamp, and you do not like the sea, and you have a scroll that you have found earlier, you could say, I don't like that. You just mark this out, showing that you've used the one you found. You're not using this, you get 4. You get to choose your terrain and give 4. But from what I understand the rules, you cannot choose these. You're ignoring these terrains, which means that you would have to go on desert or plains, which means I don't think you could do that with the multi tiles. But this is what I was hoping for. So I can go 1, 2, 3. So I get a fish and another key. So I'm ready to discover a temple. 3 plains. Okay. Let's see. This is already maxed out. So I'll take the 10. I cannot go there on that apple. So let's go 1, 2. And you don't like go on to the villages. Where's my last one going to be? Maybe just here to make it easier to get that carrot next round. 7. More plains. Ugh. Don't see anything I could get with 2 water, except for getting here and getting across the river. This will get me, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That will get me close to that. 2, twist and flip. And got more water. So 3 or 2 for me. So yeah, let's definitely go 1 here. And then we'll just go 2, 3 and get another gem. And that will be the end of the round 2. And I did not get any more temples this round, unfortunately. So I'm already doing worse than I did in my practice game. This I got max score that round. So this I have 3, 5, 6, 7. And this time I'll just leave them half twisted and half not. And here we go. Round 3 of 4. 2. So twist and flip, and I get swamp. Can't quite reach this swamp. This is going nowhere. I can't quite reach that one. So it looks like I need to go 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and get that gem instead of going up that way. Plains and desert. Well, there's 1. Wow. I guess I could go up that way. get the apple. So okay, so there's one plains. That's one. There's an apple coming from the swamp. So that's 2. And let's just go right here. 3. That was a pretty good turn. That got us 5 points plus a scroll. Not bad, not bad. 7. More desert. I'm one space away from getting that key. That's unfortunate. I could go 2 swamp and get that. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm getting closer to this scroll, and that village gets me a gem. It's probably not the best move for me, but that's why you're playing along at home, right? More desert. So let's go. One, 2, and let's go there. That way I'm next to swamp, water, everything. Well, I'm already next to swamp. More desert wouldn't help. Is there somewhere else better? I don't think so. I think I'm going to go here actually and be closer to getting around that village. Nope. Sorry. I've already got that X. I can use it if I need. Twist, flip. Then we have plains and swamp. I think I got to do this. Go 1, 2, 3. So I get another key. And oh, why did I forgot I already had a key. So let's go ahead and mark out that key and this one. So I get 8 points for that one. Nice. Now I have another key, so as soon as I find another temple. 2. More water. There's the last key, and that would also move me toward going down here for this temple. Might be a quicker way to get there. So let's just do that. Let's just go 1, 2, 3. That will get me the fish, so I get 10 points this round, and it'll get me next to the last key. Each board has 1 key and 1 temple, and like I said, I do not believe you have to have this specific key for that specific temple. It just says mark out a key. So, and since they're just generically up here. 5. Plains or desert. Can't quite get to that plains or this plains. Okay. 1 desert. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. I could go straight down and be ready for the next tile. I could go 1 and 1 and be ready for a gem. And the, what about the plains though? Yeah, the plains isn't going to get me anything. It's not going to get me anywhere. Swamp is not going to get me anywhere unless I just went 1, 2, 3 and then stop. Mark somewhere else. I mean, that. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll be 8 points. So instead of using this, no desert, no plains, I'm going to just use this, and I get 4. And I'm choosing swamp. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Go ahead and use this last key I have. So I got 2 more. So let's go that gets me next to the temple or the village. Let's go ahead and go toward this map and this gem. Okay. 8. Swamp. 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 2 spaces. Okay, so I think I'm going to go 1, 2. Gets me next to that scroll, gets me a gem. And then let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So no matter which way I go, so let's just go here. That gets me 1 step closer to the village and the gem. And that is the end of the round 3. I did not find this temple yet. So we mark that out. We will shuffle these up and get them ready for the last round. Oop, I need to get my points for my gems. So I have 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Last round of the game. 4. Is that going to be... Yeah. I think that might be pretty good. For one thing, I can go 1, 2, and then the last one I think I'm going to go, let's go this way in case I get swamp. Which I got swamp. So 1, 2, 3. Desert. 3 desert, 2 swamp. I can't quite reach that. 1, 2, 3. That's not that great. I can go like this and go 1. Get the last key. And then I think I'm going to do this. 2, 3. Let's get that carrot out of the way for this turn. Remember this round. 5. Plains. Okay. There's 1. It's diagonal. It's not good. So let's go 2, 3, and that gets us set up for another gem and an apple. 8. More plains. So definitely go 1. Can't get around that village yet. That's a shame. Or do I want to skip that and go... I think I'm actually going to skip that. So I'm not going to use plains or water. I'm going to use another scroll and go swamp. So let's go 1, 2. Let's go 3, and then 4. So now I have no more spaces but my free space with my horse. So with my free space, now I will grab that apple. Four. Water. Am I close to a fish? Yes and no. Should have put that there probably. Should have put that there. Instead of taking the one space there, prepared myself. Oh, that was bad. Am I close to another fish? There's got to be a fourth fish somewhere. Each board has one fish, one carrot, one apple, one. So wait, how is it I have 3 of the fish marked out? Does that mean I've already... Yeah, I just did that and didn't mark it. So, awesome. So I don't need that. Okay. So where can I go with the water? So I think I'm going to go here and go here to get beside the village. And then I'll go right here and get beside that village. Excellent. And if I messed that up and it should have been down here, I apologize, but it's 3 points that way and 5 points this way, so it'd be a difference of 2 points. But I'm pretty sure that is correct. Desert. Well, 1, 2, 3. That just got me 4 more points. I don't think I'm going to get to that temple. Even if I use a scroll, I don't think it's going to help. So I need gems or surround the villages. So it looks like I'm going to miss out on those 6 points because I need 1, 2, 3 terrain types. So that is not going to work. Yep, I should have, with my horse, I should have moved there. That would have probably done it for me. All right, 6th, last round of the game. And the last game I did find all the temples. I did pretty good. See, swamp. It's 1, 2 would get me a gem. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, I wonder, I may have to look up on Board Game Geek. I don't know if you can use the scroll on this because it says you ignore the terrain types shown. So that's weird. I don't know how that works. Okay. If I went here, I'd get 2, but that's only 1 space and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Too bad it's not swamp and desert. That's what I need. Yeah, I think that's probably about the best I'm going to get. Nope, I think I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to take 2 spaces on swamp and plains because I can come down from here for 1, and then I can come up from this swamp for 2. And that just surrounded that village. So all of my villages are surrounded except for that one. So let's go to the end of the game. So let's count up our villages. Or I'm sorry, our temples. Let's start with that. That's easy. 12, 8 is 20, 8, and 0. So 28. Not great. Here I have 10, 20, 32. That is awesome. And then here, see, 4, 7 is 10. Wait, 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only got 1 more that round? That's sad. Okay. But anyway, that is 10, 20, 31. Now, Village A is surrounded on 3 sides. That's 7 points. Village B is surrounded on 4 sides. That is 10 points. Village C, 4 sides for 10 points. And Village D for 10 points also. So that is 37. That is awesome. So here I have 30, 60, 90, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 100. So my final score is 128, and I had a scroll left over and a key left over. So then you would, in the solo mode, if you have over 120, there is no doubt you are the greatest explorer of all time. Awesome. And if, like I said, if I did mess up the score here, subtract 5 and add 3, right? So this would be a 5 and this would be a 5. Yeah. So I'd lose like 2 points, whatever. I'd still have enough. So there you go. Really think this is a cool game. Like I said, the pins that came with it were not that good and ran out really quickly. But the dry erase part of the board, I mean, it works great. I'll just show you real quick. Just like that. And there's no real mess. So, does really well. Really cool game. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments your score and how you did. And you could also tell me if you've got a temple on the same turn as me or afterwards or whatever. Do believe it's a little strange with solo because at the end of each time through the stack, you mark out the temple score. But in multiplayer, it says if 2 people get it, say if 2 people got this at the same time, they'd both get 12 points. But then then everybody else around the table would mark out 12 and 10 because 2 of those temples have been found. If that makes sense. So then the third person would get 3rd place. The first 2 people would tie for 1st place or whatever place they're on. So anyway, yep, really cool. Turned out well. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you.